Many years I've been looking for a place to call home, but I failed here to find it, so I must travel on. I don't care for fine mansions on sinking sand. Lord, build me a cabin in the corner of glory land. Just build me just a cabin in the corner of glory land, in the shade of that tree of life that it may ever stand. For I can just hear the angels sing and shake Jesus' hand. Lord, build me a cabin in the corner of glory land.
Well, sweet November. It's November 2nd. I'm sitting in the backyard. It's kind of warmed up. It's probably 50 degrees today, but it's 60 here in this box blind. Got a thermometer on the wall behind me, so it's plenty warm in here. So a couple days ago, I checked the trail camera here in the backyard, and I found my number one target deer, Swoops. Had come by about a week ago. It was at night, but I haven't seen him for almost 2 months, so I'm glad to see he's alive. Anyways, earlier today, I checked the camera again, and he's been through here the last 3 nights, coming right through the backyard, and one of the nights was right at quitting time. So, it's November, we can't fool around any longer. I'm sitting in the tree and just kind of got all set up here. He always comes from the same direction, which is weird. I never see him, or rarely do I see him go back down the way he came, so he must, somehow he's circling around, but I don't know that yet. But the trail he comes in is just right 20 yards in front of me, 30 yards maybe. I don't really have a shot there, but I'll have to let him circle around and come through down some of my mowed paths. Anyways, it's about 10 minutes till sunset. And then we got 30 minutes after that till quitting time, so just gonna keep watching and see what happens. Swoops. I think he's a 4.5-year-old deer for sure. I first got a picture of him 2 years ago right here in the same spot. In a very unique rack. His end of his main beam dips way up, almost like it's another point. And he's kept that same shape last year and now this year again. But he's added a lot more inches. He looks nice. So we're going to be hunting out here quite a bit, I'm sure. I put out some cell cams so I can kind of monitor this each day, and as soon as we get some daylight action, we really got to get serious. But it's fun to see big mature deer right here in the backyard. They kind of follow this ditch line, or this creek that runs north and south through here, and there's a little strip of timber that follows the ditch, and they're cruising through it, getting from one area of a forest preserve to another. So this is kind of just a travel corridor, and they can come through at any hour of the day, really. I got back here to the truck. No deer sightings tonight. Hopefully I didn't spook anything getting out of the blind. We'll just keep after him. One of these days, maybe he'll slip up and come by in the daylight. It's November 3rd. I'm in the blind in the backyard with Sarah. What time? But we're looking for Swoops, or at least I am. He's been here the last several nights, coming through just after dark, so it tells me his bedding area is not too far away. We're close to the road, so maybe he has to cross the road and then get here. But this morning we had a doe and fawn kind of work through after daylight, about 8:30, and they went that way. So maybe he'll come, following their trail to kind of just check in on them tonight. Wishful thinking, but keep our hopes up. All right, 4 o'clock, November 9th, sitting in the backyard again. It's been a few days since I've been out here, but temperatures have been warm. We got a cold front coming the next few days, and we're just kind of just at the beginning of it, but today is still 53 degrees out right now. And my thermometer in this blind is 63, so I'm down to short sleeves. Anyway, still hoping Swoops is going to come by someday before dark. I think 2 nights ago he was 9 o'clock at night, came by. Haven't seen him since, so I know he's still coming through once in a while, checking out the does. So, nice sunny day. A little bit of a southwest wind today. Just going to sit back, and you got about 45 minutes till sunset. Just keep my eyes peeled and hope for some action. All right, November 12th. Back here in the blind. This is like 3:30 in the afternoon. And I sit here till dark, which is about 5 o'clock. 2 nights ago, my number 1 buck, Swoops, came through at 4:30. So right at, just right before sunset time, actually. And he got his picture taken on all 3 of my cameras. So he must have kind of made a loop. Where at 4:30 came down the main trail, crossed the creek, and got a picture taken over there. And then at 5:30, he must have circled back around and then came back, which was after dark then, but he still got his picture taken as he looped around and came back kind of the same way and headed back. Every time I see this deer on all my cameras, he's always coming from the north. And he's coming and down this trail, so I am going to keep my eyes peeled to the north down that trail. I don't know, one of these times we're going to meet face to face. That was the first daylight picture I really got of him, so I'm sure he just circled through the neighbor's property and just looking for does. It's November, well, that was 10th on that night, but here we are 2 nights later. Last night, nothing. This morning, nothing. So, on my cameras anyways. So it's been 2 days of no sightings. So maybe he found a doe, or he's just checking out a different area. Not sure, but maybe he'll loop back around tonight. We'll see. It's November 13th. Back out here in the backyard in the box blind for an afternoon sit. It's 3:45. And this morning Mr. Swoops, the deer I'm after, came by. He got caught on 2 different cameras. This was like right at sunrise, 6:30 this morning. He came past 2 different cameras. I have not seen that he has gone back the other direction yet, so I feel like I know which side to be looking for. Out the blind here, which windows to be looking at. Hoping that right at dark he'll come by and give me a shot tonight. Been after this guy for a while now, and it's just a cat and mouse game. The days I'm in here, I see nothing, and the times I'm not hunting, he's coming by. But sooner or later, we're going to catch up to him. He's the most frequent deer on the cameras. I'm not seeing any does come by. There's maybe some small bucks once in a while, but by far he's the most frequent deer coming past here, so tonight could be the night. Oh, I can't believe it. Here I'm sitting in the blind, think I had this guy trapped. Old Swoops, and I thought, well, I'll check my cameras again. He came by at 3:38. 2 different cameras, so I can tell his direction of travel. 3:38, he's walking past my blind. I think I got in the blind probably at 3:45, I said. I was basically walking back here when he came by. Maybe he saw me or smelled me even, I don't know. Oh, this deer. It's just after 4 o'clock here on November 14th. Back in the backyard again, in the box blind. Still trying to catch up with Swoops. Alright, it is November 15th, about 3:30 in the afternoon. I'm back out to the box blind in the backyard. Last night about 2:30 in the morning I had Swoops came through and headed south into that property. So I'm hoping he'll make the loop today and come back before dark.
I did not hunt here for the next few days because I left to hunt another property for the Illinois firearms season. Pictures of Swoops continued to show up on camera. I ended up shooting a nice 8-point with the gun, which filled my buck limit for Illinois. When I got back on the 19th, I helped Travis process his mule deer. We looked out the window of the shop to see Swoops trotting down the neighbor's fence line.
Bye.
Was that clip on here? Travis gave a half-hearted chase that evening, but did not see him. The evening of November 20th found Travis back in the blind with my crossbow. Swoops came down the trail one last time, 15 minutes before dark.
call Dad. So it's November 20th. We've been getting the trail cam pictures of Swoops on there past couple days, running through the property to and from probably bedding areas. So we saw him last night, yesterday afternoon, and then he came back through at midnight the other way. So quick ran out here after work, got up in the stand, and about 15 minutes before dark he came by. Came out of down the trail he's been doing, but it happened too quick to get the camera rolling, so missed the shot. But shot him at 20, 25 yards and right through the heart. He didn't really run anywhere and piled up. We'll take a look at him. And he was just about right here when I stopped him. Just a couple steps past, kind of following the back trail. And he had 25, 30 yards, drilled him.
What do we got for blood? First impact, kind of.
It's all the way through.
So we got this mowed path that no doubt he's been using day after day.
He did end up getting stuck in the chicken wire.
Hit the wire?
Hit the wire. But
you know what? So he got his picture taken on your camera, no doubt.
oh yeah,
For the last time.
pull it up. There he is.
What time?
4:43. That's about right when I saw him. You can't really see much before that. And then he just kept walking, so it was real quick. Not time to get a video going.
Yeah, you got probably 30 seconds as he's coming down the trail. But now he's just opening up and pouring blood both sides of the trail. Just dumping blood. He crossed a little water ditch here and looks like he almost ate it right there, Trail.
Yeah, I mean, he went, pretty much fell in it.
Fell in the creek. I mean, he's losing strength fast. Right there, he is. I mean, what is that, 50 yards he ran? Not even. Just smoked him in the heart. Swoops.
Good looking deer. Dad's baby, he's been watching.
Oh man, you know how many hours I've sat last week watching?
How many hours he's been dreaming at night.
Man, I got over 10 hours.
Shot your $2, so.
I got over 10 hours in the stand. I mean, maybe closer to 15 hours in the stand. And Trav's got what? 15 minutes?
No, 1 hour.
1 hour in the stand.